to make sure I had some kind of footage for this because it's the first time I did one of these in a long time. That's all I got in the end. That's what I found out. And it ain't no need to cry. I took a vow that from now on I'm gonna be my So right now I'm just throwing this funky wig into a braid so I could put it in a bun. And then I'm going to get started on my client. I'm not showing y'all the whole process, just a little bit of it. And unfortunately, I won't be seeing the finished product because I finished so late at night. I didn't even want to record no more. I wanted to just go to sleep. I wanted to KO. But it's not a service that y'all can get anyway. So this is my setup. I'm finna do some braids. So I chose to show y'all the detangling process where I get her hair in the perfect state for me to go ahead and blow it out, because I feel like a lot of people need to see how you should detangle hair. And this is basically like a little mini tutorial. You should always at least part the hair into like 4 to 6 sections. Make sure that the hair is thoroughly cleansed, and so is the scalp. You don't want to have your hair supposedly clean and you still have conditioner, gel, edge control, and God knows what else on your scalp. Like, make sure you use a clarifying shampoo, then use a moisturizing conditioner, do your deep condition, do whatever you got to do, and make sure that you're detangling the best way for your hair. Sometimes I see, and I have learned in cosmetology, that it's best in certain cases to start off at the roots, loosen the roots up, and then go from the bottom and then work your way up and meet in the middle. Most times with natural hair, you want to just go ahead and start at the bottom anyway. One thing I've started to do is to gently finger detangle before I start detangling, and it makes a big difference. You sit there and you just pull on the ends really gently, and then you start separating it. It'll take a bulk of the tangles out of the hair, and a lot of it is just the hair wanting to curl in on itself. And one thing I gotta tell y'all is that the unbrush is not the only brush that y'all have to buy. Y'all keep selling them people out, and I'm not saying don't support nobody, but you can find the same type of brush at your local beauty supply store. Go find it. It's the same type of paddle brush. It has the vents in it with the little holes in the back of the brush. So many other brushes that have the same type of bristles and the same type of makeup that brush has, and they work exactly the same. And I really just want to continue to discourage y'all from detangling y'all hair dry, because that's just not, it's just not effective at all. Like, stop doing that. Please stop doing that. Like, I understand that y'all testing it out, but oh my gosh, like, stop. Because you hit one bad tangle and it's over with. I'm just saying. But yeah, you know what? Do what y'all want. Do what y'all want. I'm not going to tell y'all what to do. I'm going to just, if you don't want to heed the warning, don't heed the warning. But I don't say I ain't say nothing. The first brush that y'all was on about was the Demon brush. They even had a brush that was out before that was shaped a little differently, with the bristles in line the same way, but the brush wasn't attached. Then y'all saw that brush where they had it to where the brush wasn't attached, and it had the little part in the back that connected it together. It's like sometimes y'all use the brush to where y'all trying to comb and brush our hair with the brush horizontally. But I'm telling you, if you use the brush in a vertical position, a lot of times that is what is needed to change the outcome of your detangle. That, some moisture, and some patience. I said what I said. Okay, so as y'all can see, I already did one section detangling off camera, and y'all see that thing is blowed out. Do you hear me? Nah, so I'm just readjusting my clip so that I don't get caught on anything, and taking this section out. Y'all see is very, very dense. Using this Fantasia heat protectant, spraying that all over that section, and making sure that I really put it through that hair, which is why I'm also brushing it out once more. And I'm using a method that concentrates the heat and the air on the roots, and it brings it down the shaft of the hair. I think I was using medium to high heat, and I've been doing this for a long time, so I know that if I do use high heat, it's not going to take a long time. But I don't do that on everybody's hair. It depends on the texture, density, all of that. So with her hair being as dense as it is and her scalp holding on to that moisture, I made sure to use a higher heat so that I could get everything just dry as it needed to be in a good amount of time, so that I'm not just putting excess heat on her hair by using less heat for a longer amount of time. Because had I used less heat, I would have been probably blow drying her hair for, instead of like 20 minutes like it took, it probably would have taken a good 45 minutes. I'm not even gonna lie. And would you rather 20 minutes of heat or 45 minutes of heat? And anytime I'm doing heat on anybody's blow dry, I go back and I use the cool setting so that it's not just, the hair is just sitting there and it's just on fire or anything. I make sure to add the cool back in so that the hair shaft can cool down. So kind of like whenever you have a relaxer, you go in and use the neutralizing shampoo so that it can stop processing. This is like the same thing, except it's heat and not chemicals. So if you need an analogy, I feel like that's a good one. If it's not good, y'all, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. But yeah, I just gotta make sure that her roots are dry so that I'm not going in trying to blow dry, and I'm blow drying her shaft multiple times to get it dry because the roots are not drying. So that is my method. Y'all see, I'm very heavy-handed with the heat protectant because I'm very protective of my client's hair. And that's why I need some more heat protectant very often. That is why I choose a very cheap one. But I'm going to be looking at new products and trying to, find something that I don't have to be as heavy-handed on, that has the same effect. But if I can't find anything, this is, perfect the way it is. Like, it's not heavy. It's not the serum, so it's not heavy. And y'all see me just stretching her hair out and trying to blow dry those roots because, like I said, the roots are the culprit here. If those roots don't get dry first, that shaft not going to dry. And we need all of it dry because I'm not going to braid no wet hair. Okay? Let's get it. Yeah, you make sure that you coming from different angles. And then make sure that you get everything even when it comes to the amount of hair that's dry and where it's dry. Just hit it from all sides so that you can get an even distribution of heat and a really good blow dry. A really good blow dry. And I just want to say, I promise, I am not yanking on her head. Her neck is not where it needs to be because she isn't stiffening her neck the way she needs to while she's getting her hair done. She needs to lock her neck in place, and she wasn't doing it. And a lot of my clients don't do that because in the process, they feel relaxed and they on the verge of falling asleep. So it's like they don't hold their head. But if I just, try to make up for them not holding their head, I'm not going to get my work done. So that's why I look like that. I ain't yanking on nobody's neck. I ain't hurting nobody, okay? Don't be trying to call nobody on me. I'm doing my job right. Okay, y'all, so I just got my birthday gift from my friend, and I had to go ahead and put this on my YouTube because, yeah, she just made me cry, y'all. It's from Message Pill Co. Hold on. It got a lot of friend messages in there. This the box. I'll show y'all that later. I gotta get back to work. We have now fast forwarded not 1 day, but 2 days ahead in time. And within these 2 days, I've done 3 clients, 3 sew-ins, a color job, a relaxer, and one of the sew-ins was a vixen sew-in, which I haven't done in a while. But I'm going to show y'all that. And in the meantime, y'all can watch me do my hair. All right, so with this client, the blow dry technique was almost exactly the same as the other one, except with this client, because her hair is dense, but she has relaxed ends, she has multiple textures that she's working with. So I have to do a little bit of a different thing to make sure that I get all of her hair dry, because her hair is dense as well. She has enough hair for at least 4 people. And then when it comes down to it, the water is held at the scalp. She told me that when she is blow drying her hair, she had so much trouble with getting the water out of her scalp. But she's trying to blow dry her hair like she doesn't have that much hair on her head. When you have that much hair, it's like your scalp is almost suffocating in a way. So I use this concentrated comb nozzle so that I could make sure that I had the focus on the roots to make sure those were dry, and then go down to the relaxed ends, which don't take long to dry at all. And you see with the detangling technique, it's almost the same as well, except I did that vertical turn with the brush, and then when it comes down to brushing down the shaft, I started at the ends. Now, this was the end result of her hair. This is the color job I was talking about, but if we're being honest, I colored my wig as well. But I went ahead and dyed her hair and did her some curls for this sew-in. She usually does straight hair, and she usually does a middle part, but this time she wanted to switch it up a little bit, so we decided to do that. Let me know what y'all think about this. And this is my next client. Now, the braids start to look complicated when you're doing a vixen, but as long as you stay on track, you'll end up with everything looking right. And look, boom, this is the end result. And this is the money shot for when you put it in a bun or a ponytail. This is a very versatile sew-in, and it looks so natural and so good. Let me know what y'all think. So this client right here was convinced that she was 4C and that her hair could not stay straight. And I had to go ahead and explain to her my stance on hair typing, which I can go more into detail in another video. But this is her sew-in. She got kinky straight, and I think it looks like it's her hair. Just a good little blowout. Okay, real moisturized, real healthy. You feel me? Let me know what y'all think about this too. So my therapist told me that it was a good idea for me to go see the Renaissance movie, and I decided that I'm gonna do it, and it's last minute. It is now 6:56 and the movie started at 7, but I had to do my hair because Beyonce always got her hair done. Okay, I'm not gonna feel right looking at that without my hair done. So let me get dressed real quick, show y'all my outfit, and then we finna be out the door.